All right, what is going on, man? Thank you for clicking on this video. If you clicked on this video, you probably want to know, what's the friend zone? Am I in it? How do I get out of the friend zone? And how do I make sure I don't get in the friend zone when I meet someone new? When I meet a new girl and I'm like genuinely interested in this person, how do I make sure I don't get in the friend zone? Let me tell you, bro. Back in high school, I was a bitch boy. I got in the friend zone with almost every girl I actually wanted to be with because I didn't make my intentions clear, which is 90% of the time the reason why you or another guy is in the friend zone. You don't make your intentions clear from the get. Sometimes a girl would just genuinely put you in the friend zone even if you make your intentions clear because she's not interested in you. But most of the time it is because a guy is not making his intentions clear that he wants to date this girl, that he sees her as girlfriend material and wants to take her out. A lot of times when you're in school, like middle school, high school, it's like scary to tell your crush you like them. I remember that. I remember like being like, oh, I have a crush on this girl. And I would tell my friend and he would tell his friend or something like that and be like, oh, don't tell her. Because you're afraid she's going to reject you. The problem is, if you're afraid she's going to reject you, if you're afraid to even like tell her, then you'll never get the opportunity to go out with her. Like, it doesn't make any sense because you're trying to wait for the right time when the best time is genuinely the first impression. The reason the best time is as soon as possible is because she has the least amount of assumptions about you being a bitch boy or like you being not very cool, right? It's actually when she has the first impression of you, when she probably thinks the highest of you. That's genuinely when you think the highest of someone, right? The very first impression. Or when you learn a little bit about them, right? So it makes sense to tell them almost as soon as you can. And it's also good because you make your intentions clear that I'm not here to be friends with you. I'm here to take you out, get to know each other, and see if we're compatible. That is why I want to get to know you. Most of the time, guys don't actually want to be friends with girls. It's sometimes it happens. Sometimes it does. I'm not saying that applies to all guys, but I know for me, like, there's very few girls I actually want to be friends with. And most of the time, if I'm talking to a girl, it's because I have the intention to date her. So those are the two reasons why you're in the friend zone if you are. It's because you did not make your intentions clear or because she's genuinely not interested in you. And you probably know when she's genuinely not interested in you if you tried to like ask her out or even hinted at it. She kind of like shrugged it off or really was like hesitant, maybe distanced herself a little bit. So how do you know when you are in the friend zone? Maybe you just don't even know. Maybe like you're oblivious. I will tell you, you're not in the friend zone if she likes you. That's straightforward, right? And you will know when a girl likes you. It'll be pretty fucking obvious. And that might hurt your soul a little bit because you might know that your crush doesn't like you. But when a girl likes you, dude, she will initiate conversation all the time. She will actively try to hang out with you, try to ask you what you're doing for lunch, if you guys are going to go out to lunch together or hang out. On the weekends at some events, she'll try to invite you to parties. She'll often compliment you, but maybe bully you and tease you because she's flirting with you. All right, being kind of touchy. That's when you know she likes you. If you're confused, you're not sure, she probably doesn't like you, bro. So let's make that very clear. So now maybe you're thinking to yourself, shit, I'm in the friend zone. I didn't make my intentions clear with this girl, but I still really want to date her. I think she'd be an amazing girlfriend, and I really want to date this girl. What the fuck do I do? Let me tell you, bro, because I've been there. And sorry, that was a cop like in my parking lot. All right, so I've been there, bro. In high school, there were plenty of girls that I thought were gorgeous, and I had good relationships with, like being like friends. And I thought, fuck, man, if I just made my intentions clear from the get, maybe I could be dating her. I could be the guy dating this hot girl, right? There's only been a couple of times where I've successfully gotten out of the friend zone. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it because some guys have mentioned this on the internet, and that's how I learned. And I think I've kind of developed my own way of doing it that I actually think it works better. Oftentimes a guy will tell you that you just need to kind of distance yourself and then go back and like talk to her and be like asking her out and stuff. The distancing yourself is what works. If you want to get out of the friend zone, you need to stop being friends with her for a minimum of like 3 months. You think, bro, that's a long time. It's really not that fucking long, dude. I'm telling you, 3 months is going to fly by. 3 months is not a long time. The reason 3 months is going to work is because during this time, you are going to focus so much on leveling yourself up in terms of the dating market and the quality of man that you are, that she's going to have to reevaluate your place in her idea of the market, in the dating market, where she is in relationship to you. You know, if she's like, I don't know, let's just say arbitrary numbers, like 7 out of 10. Maybe right now she's easy with 5. She's not going to go down. She's not. But if you take 3 months to work on yourself so fucking hard, you get a new haircut, you work out, you start reading books and becoming smarter, you develop your social skills, you start talking to more girls, you start to have options and actually have like a social life and do cool shit on the weekends, all of a sudden you're like a 7.5. She's still a 7. And she's like, wait a minute. This guy just like went fucking miles ahead of me because he started working on himself and just doing all this work. He's a new fucking man. You could be a whole new man in like 3 months, bro. I'm telling you this is possible because I've done it. I've done it specifically my sophomore year of high school. That's when I got my first girlfriend. When I stopped getting the fuck out of the friend zone. And I met this girl and she was into me and it was very obvious. And the girl I was trying to get with, I got out of the friend zone and she was into me. And I think part of it was because she was recognizing that other girls were taking an interest in me. So that I could kind of like encourage her to also reevaluate, like, wait, is Ben like boyfriend material? Wait, he's working out. Wait, he's like got style now. Wait, he knows how to talk to girls. It all started happening because I just distanced myself from these girls. So if you want to get out of the friend zone, distance yourself and work on yourself so fucking much that they have to reevaluate your place in the market. That's what you have to do. Now I'm going to tell you 90% of the time this isn't going to work. Because most guys aren't willing to do this. Most guys aren't willing to take the time to do that. You have to fully commit yourself to it. Don't hang out with them. Because if you hang out with them kind of while you're trying to do that, they're not able to see this massive difference since the last time they saw you. It needs to be like this ginormous difference. They can still see you at school. They can still see you in class and stuff. But when they hang out with you one-on-one, when they hang out with you one-on-one or in some kind of social setting at school, I'm assuming you're in high school or college or something like that, they need to just think, wow, he's changed so much since the last time I hung out with him. She needs to recognize that difference and the growth that you've made, okay? So let's say all the time goes by, you work on yourself, you're a whole new fucking man, and now you're ready. Treat it as if it's brand new. What I mean by that is treat it as if it's almost the first time you're meeting this girl. And what you're going to do is make it clear that you want to take her out, that you want to go on a date. So many guys are afraid to tell the girl they like them. Your life is going to be worse if you don't, because you're going to be like waiting for the right time. You're going to be trying to do all these things to like let her know, but not get completely rejected because you're afraid to get rejected. It's not scary to get rejected. It's not scary. She's going to reject you, and then you're going to be like, all right, that's it. And then move on to the next girl because you have options. There are so many women in the fucking world, dude. You have so much time ahead of you to find a girl. This one girl you're hyper fixating on is probably not going to be the love of your life. She's probably going to break your heart. She's probably going to be the first girl to break your heart anyways, bro. And then your life really starts after that. And then there's real growth. So honestly, don't be afraid to get rejected. I promise you, it's not that bad. Most of the time, guys are afraid to get rejected because they're like, oh, well then I lose the friendship, right? I don't want to be, you don't want to be friends anyways. You're trying to date this girl. You don't want to be friends anyways, bro. What's the point? Just ask her out. Just tell her you like her. You'll be surprised how often it actually works. When you develop yourself, work on yourself. Put effort into your appearance, working out, leveling up your intelligence and social skills and ability to talk to girls. She'll recognize that. And if you make your intentions clear from the get, most of the time in high school, bro, you'll have a high success rate of like dating. Most of the time these girls say, you know what? Yeah, I'll go on a date with you. Yeah, I'll be your girlfriend. My first girlfriend, I literally asked her to be my girlfriend at the very first date. I had no clue what I was doing at all. I had no clue. But it worked just because I was confident. And I was developing myself as a man. It's so easy when you're in high school, bro. I promise. You just have to shoot your shot. Be the guy that shoots their shot over and miss and learn why. And then shoot your shot, miss, learn why. And then you'll start hitting more. And you'll be like, this girl will say yes, this girl will say yes. You'll have options. And you'll be able to be like, wow, I really just needed to like be confident in myself and not be so afraid of rejection, because when I get rejected anyways, nothing happens. Most of the time, the girl like forgets about it anyways and then still wants to be friends with you. So you shot your shot, you missed, and then nothing really happened and you still get to be friends, rather than not shooting your shot, being miserable as fuck because you're trying to tell this girl you kind of like her but you're still afraid of rejection, and you're telling your friends, you're like, bro, I just wanted her to like me and I'm afraid to ask her out and all this bullshit. And then she finds out later and it's kind of awkward because all that time she's wondered, is this guy being genuine? Like, just shoot your shot, bro. Shoot your fucking shot. I promise you're going to hit more times than you think. And if you don't, there's a reason why. And you need to work on yourself. And then once you do that work, then you'll hit your shots. It's really simple, man. It's really, really simple. So to not get friend zoned, make your intentions clear from the get with any girl you're meeting. If there's a girl you want to date, tell her you want to take her out. If you don't want to date her, don't say anything. Don't flirt. Don't try to ask her out. It's that simple. The other thing I can recommend is to have options and talk to multiple girls. I'm not saying go cheat on some girl you're dating. I'm not saying like always be going on multiple dates. I'm not saying to like be in a situationship with multiple girls at once all of the time. I'm just saying know that if one girl rejects you, you have another girl you can talk to. You're not so hyper focused on this one girl that you're worried they're going to reject you and you're trying to do everything right. Because girls can sense when you're trying to do everything right, you're trying to be perfect, line it all up, and that's unattractive. Right? That's pretty much all I got. If you follow all of that, you actually take the distance away from that girl and take the time to work on yourself, I'm telling you, man, if you commit to that for at least 3 months, she'll notice, bro. Especially if you're posting that shit on Instagram or whatever, and you're not really talking to her or like any other, maybe you're talking to other girls and like leveling up your social skills there, she'll fucking notice, bro. She'll notice, and maybe she'll even ask her friends about you. What's he been doing? Like, why? He hasn't really been talking to me. I thought we were friends and stuff. And then later, she doesn't want to be a friend anymore because she sees you working on yourself. She sees you like you're a hard, ambitious guy who's getting after it in his life. And that's attractive. That's attractive, I'll tell you that, bro. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video, bro. If you're still in the friend zone after this, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're being a bitch, boy, if you don't take the advice here, man. Because this is going to get you out of the friend zone. This is going to make sure you're not in the friend zone. And I know because I've been in the friend zone. I've gotten out. And I am never in the friend zone anymore. Because I don't allow it. I set my boundaries. If a girl tells me, like, she's not interested, but she wants to be friends, I say, listen, I really appreciate that, but I have enough friends. Like, I'm not really looking to be friends. I think also if we were to just be friends, I'd be thinking about how I want to date you, and I don't think that's respectful. So I want to respect myself and your boundaries. So I don't really do friends. And that's even, there's been times where I've said that, and the girl immediately is all of a sudden like, I can tell she's kind of like, oh, okay, well, yeah, maybe we can go out. And like literally changes her mind. I'm like, what? That shit's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, man. All right. I hope you have a good one. Let's fucking get it, bro. Let's fucking get it.